For to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year one. By year two, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by B.W. Webb. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the holding penalty sets him back inside the 20 as they get going on this drive. Now Joe Mixon. He's got a first down past the 30. Finally taken down at the 32-yard line. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, block. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Now Locke. Escaping the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Now Mixon. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Throwing on 3rd down. Locke. He's going to air it out deep for Green. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now that's 2 big catches that he's had on this drive alone.
And I can hear it right now. If they give up a 3rd to him, whoever does that, go stand on the other sideline. You're persona non grata on our team at that point.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he stopped immediately there. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear them now. 3rd and goal.
61, matchbox lights.
Here's Mixon. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Calling no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Bullock's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Let's get it. 57. Hey, 0-0-0. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Wilson eluding the pressure right. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Check. 36 power.
Check 3, check 66. Bullet, hot. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Hey, alert 3, alert. Check.
On 3rd down, it's Grant. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Check. Mike, check. 59. All right. Here we go. Let's go. Hey, let's get there. Mike's 59.
Good time.
Mike 5'9". Pick it up. Hey, pick it up.
They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. Forced out to his left. Open man is Gordon, complete. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Two first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Zoom.
Front left. Hey, alert.
57.
From the gun, it's Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf with his first career touchdown in his first career game, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point up and through by Myers. Elsewhere on the NFL scoreboard in Dallas, and it's the Cowboys that have moved down to an early advantage. And we'll be sure to keep an eye on that one as we go along here. This is taken at his 4. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. The Bengals drive about to get going. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Come on, come on, come on. Hey, watch it, watch it.
Throwing his lock. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. With a sack, it's Ziggy Ansah. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. So we're at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season, as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Second and 3 at the 35-yard line. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. There.
Run left.
Mike, check. 59. Hey, come on.
From the 35 on second down, Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
It's a gain of 11.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike the 59. I'm here all day. Check.
Play action. It's Wilson. Steps away. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They come out here in the eye. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Here's the sneak with Wilson. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
0. 19.
On second down now, it's Grant. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
One receiver left, 3 to the right. This Bengal defense, they passed the first 2 tests. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Go.
57's mine. I got you. I got
One left.
57's the mine. 57's the mine. I don't think you got it, son.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. This Bengal defense, they passed the first 2 tests. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Hey, alert.
He's coming.
Spot that.
He's coming. Double up.
Watch twist.
Deuce.
There. Green ain't cut. Blue ain't cut.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
They're not going to kick it. A chip shot, but they're going for it down 3 on 4th down.
57's the mic.
Good job right there.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Here we go, G. Here I come.
One left.
That's it.
Hold up.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And that is going to be incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Bengals are going to get the football back. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And I don't know if he made it out of the end zone. No signal. Yes, it's a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to...
And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Corey Grant, 68 yards. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. And he is not going to make it to the goal line. So the defense holds, and this remains a 5-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Off of play action, Luck. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The last catch nearly got him a 1st, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. They'll run with Mixon. Mixon hit, and the ball is held. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. They'll run on 1st down. Grant. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson steps away to his left. He's going to take a shot, and this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Sean Williams. That had disaster written all over it. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. After the interception, it's Long. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On the run, it's Mixon. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Love. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Under team.
On 1st down, it's Grant. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter.
They're running it. Right, check, 59.
Hey guys, listen.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Let's go, D. Big series right here. So we got to step it up.
From the 45 on second down, Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On third down, Grant. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Check. Crunch. Crunch. Shoot. 49.
They'll run on first down. Carson. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
On second down, it's Grant. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game.
Back at the 34-yard line.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long.
57 to Mike. 51. Here we go.
Good tight.
57 to Mike.
Gun.
Rabbit.
From the gun, Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. And Myers able to knock it through, and that'll push the lead up to 8. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Here's second and 10 now from the 35. To throw is Lott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's got his man here. It's Green. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
Check out. 675.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Switch, switch, switch.
Let's go, Mexico.
To the air again. Locke. Open man is Ross, complete. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now a give right side. Grant. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check three. Here we go. Here we go. 57. 57 to Mike. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. 57's the Mike. Watch 57. Let's go one more. Kill, 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 kill.
Now on 2nd and 13. Wilson being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Blue down, blue down.
Let's go double count right here. Double count.
57's Mike. Let's go. 57's the Mike. 57's the Mike. Strip that ball. Strip that ball.
Alert.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
Green, hey, stop.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Here, one.
Now Wilson. It's complete to Grant. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They will run with Grant. Geno Atkins, the Pro Bowler, in there on the stop. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
59. Here we go. 59 Mike. Check. 59.
Bang out. Bam.
Check. 59. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Mike's 59. So don't say nothing. Mike's 5'9". I'm coming.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. Gets it to Gordon. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to him here on 3rd down.
Watch safety creep. Safety's creeping.
Check.
Check 3. 25. Check 25. 59's Mike. Check. 59.
On 3rd down. It's Grant. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Check, 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 check. Check 31. 6 guys. Check 6. Check 13.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Alert flare, alert flare, flare, flare. Watch twist, watch the twist. Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno. Kill, kill, kill. It's a safety creep. Switch, switch, switch.
They go back to Grant. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. So the victory here for Seattle. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Seahawks, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire